No, girl. Because life never calms down. The circumstances just change. The shit still hits the fan. It's just different shit this time.
It's different when I'm sitting there alone all by myself. It's different when I think you might be with somebody. It's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different. This shit,
Hey y'all, it has been a week. You're on week 2 of... Sorry, I'm eating breakfast. Thumbnail done, and at this point it's time to lock in on what's been going on in here. I am starting week 2. So this chapter to me gave be present and steal your joy, as well as fight for yourself and your capacity to enjoy life. You need to represent yourself, and you need to stop holding yourself back. And it was the idea of identity, and it said self-definition is a major component of creative recovery. Because if you don't know who you are, how are you going to make things in alignment with yourself and what you want? But how do you do that? You do that by continuously discovering new parts of yourself, by just trying new things and letting yourself be present in what's going on. I did my first day of my morning pages, and I honestly definitely understand. It started talking about the impact of morning pages and how, like, my mind's clearer in the morning and how it's easier for me to think and stuff like that. And I definitely agree. One thing, it said that you will be led to new sources and to safeguard your newly recovering artist, because there are going to be people in your life who aren't on the same path as you, and sadly your growth and what you're doing is going to impact them. It will either guide them and make them feel like they want to be better for themselves, or sadly it will create a rift in your relationship. Now, this is not saying that everything is everyone else's fault. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, and I've even noticed it in relationships that I have, of like creativity being, my ability to freely be myself disturbs people, or like it disrupts what they got going on mentally. And I've peeped that. Now, it's not something that they have said, but I just noticed that my ability to live freely and be myself does disturb some people's inner peace, if you can call it that. So then she goes into defining what these types of people are. Crazy makers is what she calls them. And I honestly didn't spend a lot of time on them, because I don't think that is necessarily that important. This book is about me and what I'm going to do for myself. But about week 2, it's called Recovering a Sense of Identity. Now, that is something that I do not struggle in. I do not struggle in that category, but I know what it's like to literally recover your sense of identity. So background for me, when I started doing that was when I graduated high school. I went to an all-white, predominantly white institution, bro, like private school situation. I'm very grateful for my education, and I feel like the skills that I have learned in my years of being there were very important. And they have helped me in my life so much. So I'm very grateful for the experience. But being black in those spaces, growing up as a black girl in those spaces, I think you there's 2 ways you can be. It's either fight or flight, right? And so you have the girls who fought, who were always just fighting to be seen as a actual student and not this like intruder, or even just being treated, getting worse consequences in situations where you're the only black person in this situation, everyone else is white, and you get a different consequence, things of that nature. Or you get quiet, you don't stick out, you don't poke your head out, you don't do more because you just don't want to be seen. And I feel like at times I was like kind of in the middle of both of those. Sorry, text messages. I feel like I was kind of in the middle of both of those. Like, I was president of my BSU, and in that I fought for things within our community at the time, like in order for us to just be heard and treated equally, I will say. But when it came to me personally, I kind of chose like the fallback route. Like, I just was like, I just need to survive here. I just need to graduate and get out. And so I feel like, sorry, I did eat. If I have something on my face, please tell me. So I feel like I graduated with like such a a lack of self. As a black woman, a black girl growing into a woman, I had like little to no sense of self graduating high school because I had nothing around me. Not they were black teachers, but they were all in the lower school, elementary school, like, or they were just administrators and they weren't always around. Like, I just feel like it's a difficult space to grow in. So I say all that to say, after I graduated and I went to college, I went to Drexel, which honestly is probably just as white, but there were more black people, and I was able to find my friends, and even just like, I'm from Philly, but I was able to even grow my community in Philly even more, and even to this day, right? But in that time, like my freshman year, I was like, I'm gonna take this time to really be myself as hard as humanly possible. Like, I'm gonna try and figure out what that means. Like, I graduated and I realized I didn't even know what I liked. Like, I didn't even know what I liked, and it was like the part of when I got to decorate my dorm. I'm like, I don't even know what I like at all. And my room now is definitely like my space, and I've definitely built it to be in my image and be something that is a representation of me and who I am and what I like, for sure. But in high school, I had bare walls. I was barely home because I was in a bunch of shit. Like, I just felt like I was coasting through life. I realized, once I realized that that's what that feeling was, I realized I never ever ever want to feel like that again. Like, that is the lack of presence. So when you're recovering your sense of identity, you're acknowledging who you are in the moment, presently, right now. And you're giving her space to be her. You're giving you space to be you. And so I feel like I have already been on that journey, and it's a journey. There's no end goal. I'm going to be continuously growing and changing and becoming a fuller version of myself at all times, but it doesn't mean I can't be grateful for the person that I am today, presently. Like, I think about now, and like, I'm literally an answered prayer. Like, I've prayed to feel how I feel today. I prayed to be able to express and represent myself creatively like I do today. And so I think presence is really important. My dad told me this. I look so crazy. Like, I'm getting my hair done today, literally today. But I really wanted to give you guys this message, and I did say I wanted my artist way videos to be raw and just be me. And because I feel like with YouTube, I put so much pressure on things to be perfect that I never post. Fuck that. But what I was saying was, something my dad taught me was this saying, steal your joy. And it was when I was going through a really hard time in school, and I just was like fucking depressed. I was going through so much, and I was not letting myself enjoy life because I felt like I didn't earn it. Like, I didn't fit. I'm not done. So once I'm not stressed anymore, once this thing isn't stressing me out anymore, then I'll do the shit that makes me happy. No, girl. Because life never calms down. The circumstances just change. The shit still hits the fan. It's just different shit this time. And that whole time, like, just taught me to, I deserve to be happy today no matter what is going on. Like, I just had a super stressful day. Like, so stressful. I was dealing with so much shit, and then my period came on, and then I got home at fucking 11 o'clock tired. And I still stayed up for 30 minutes and played Animal Crossing because I knew it would make me happy and calm me down. Like, whereas old me would have been like, girl, you ain't earned no damn Animal Crossing. Go to fuck to bed. And so I feel like that has changed me. And so it's just talking about paying attention. And I think that has to do with being present and stealing your joy. And all of these things are connected. So I haven't read the assignments yet, but let's see. The first assignment is affirmative reading, morning, day, and night. Get quiet and focus and read the basic principles to yourself. I do these already, the affirmations, but I do that already. basic principles. I have to read these morning, afternoon, and night. This is my morning. Creativity. Sorry guys, my mailman is literally he just got here. Creativity is the natural order of life. Life is energy, pure creative energy. And be alert for any attitude shifts. I definitely already felt that the attitude shifts. I talked about it in my check-in, but I definitely can feel like my mindset with things just being altered. Where does my time go? List my 5 major activities this week and how much time did I give to each one. Ooh, okay. And then draw a circle inside the circle. Draw inside the circle. Place the topics you need to protect. Okay. Hey y'all, Nia here. So, my 5 major activities this week were Beyonce slash spa. Well, okay, here's my thing though. I didn't really, so my week 2 is actually is spanning between like 2 weeks because I had to prep for my cruise, then Beyonce and the spa and my birthday, so I haven't been able to like give a lot of time to my artist way stuff. Now I did get things done in my workbook thing, but did I finish them in a week's time? No. So I want to kind of blame my 5 things, not blame, but I'm using my 5 things is longer than a week. So I have my Beyonce trip where I also went to Sojo Spa, and then the week before that, well, not even the week, a few days before that, I was on a cruise for 4 days in Bermuda. I'm also editing that vlog, so y'all will get that too. My next, that's one. Then my work schedule has been really crazy because I've been working more so that I can take off to do those trips. And then lastly, not lastly, but editing, and then resting, and then production. I had a production meeting. Honestly, those last 3 things got the least amount of attention because the trips and then my work schedule being so wonky. Like when I don't have a routine, it jacks me up. And I can definitely say it threw me off of my routine of doing my workbooks. Yeah. So after I decide what I gave a lot of time to, and another thing was how much of this stuff was for me and how much of it was for other people. Now, 50% of it was for me. I did go on vacation, so this is a little bit of a different thing. But the next part was to draw a circle and write things that you want to protect, and then write the things around it that you feel, write names around it on people who you feel like don't protect it at this moment. So I said my rest, my time, my creativity, growing my content business, and growing my art. And honestly, as of right now, I can't even think of people that I don't need to protect this from, because I've kind of already gone through the space of taking out the people who don't support me. You know, like I've kind of already purged those people out of my life. So, and the people in my life now care about me so deeply that they know when it's something, when I'm serious about something, and then they know it in a way of like protection as well. Like I value their opinions. Now, I don't live my life based off their opinions, but I do think that they know me enough. We've been friends or have had connections long enough that I'm not scared to share them with them. There's no one in my everyday life that I feel like I need to protect these things from, because I am a very self-protective person. I don't play with myself at all, at all. That's the end of this exercise. On to the rest of my talking. Sorry, Nia. Stop looking for big blocks of time when you'll be free. Find small bits of time instead. Yeah, girl. I feel like I'm always running around looking for big blocks of time. We got this. I'm still figuring it out. But I definitely appreciate the accountability partners that you guys have been, because this I feel like this is the most serious that I've ever taken it. So after this week, we will be entering uncharted territory, and we will be doing this all for the first time together. Okay, lastly, I'm gonna do my check-in, my week 2 check-in. I have my notes here. So one exercise that I will share with you guys is my 10 tiny changes challenge. I needed to write 10 things that I would do or that I would like to change in my life and like my schedule and stuff, and then I need to honestly act on it during week 3. So I said, number 1, I would like to clean my room for 20 minutes a day. I have been slowly doing that, but it has not been daily. And that's when I feel like, especially on the days where my schedule is so hectic, my room gets a mess. And I just feel like if I dedicated at least like 20 minutes a day, I could avoid it ever getting to like it needing to be a full day of me cleaning and putting things away and folding these clothes, you know? So I feel like that would be better for me. Then I have wake up calmly every day. I hate being awakened in such a rushed manner and then I'm running to go do this and running to go do that. Like I show up to work about 20 minutes early every day because like I want it to be a peaceful transition into what I have to do. And so I've seen that be very beneficial in like the type of work that I am producing as well. Next, edit something every day. I used to do that, but I was unemployed. And now that I work, I want to be able to use my schedule better and understand, like, I don't know, I guess just block better times out so I can. Hi. So I can work with my rest schedule better because you guys see that I'm yawning my behind off. It's because I'm tired. Next, exercise. Oh, read every day. I've been getting back into reading every day, especially because I take the train everywhere. I'm on public transportation, so I actually try to read when I'm on the L or on the trolley or anything like that, and that gets my read every day, but I don't do it all the time, but I want to. Right now, I'm reading All About Love by Bell Hooks, and that book is it just makes me feel so happy. Next. Exercise 3 times a week. Yes. I want to exercise 3 times a week, and I used to be a beast in the gym. They said I was strong like an Avenger, child. It's a problem. The way I get locked in the gym, yeah. And I'm trying to get back to her. And financially, I just couldn't afford to keep the gym membership going because I would miss it, then it would stack up, and now I owe Planet Fitness fucking $50. No. But now that I'm working consistently, we will be back. I wanted to come back sometime this week. I think I will be able to. If not this week, I'll start fresh on Monday. Next, eat a salad once a week. Your girl has not been eating vegetables as much as I would like to admit. And I can feel it in my body. Like, I feel sluggish. I feel gross. Like, I really was somebody who valued my health and, like, used to take the extra step to do the healthier thing. Even though I've always been on the thicker side, I can just feel the difference in my body. And lately, girl, I've been eating like shit. And it's embarrassing. Get new bed sheets. Bro, they wrote that as a suggestion in the book. And I was like, actually, that is a 5-star idea. That is a 5-star idea because I've had these sheets for a while since I moved back home and they're great, don't get me wrong, but my comforter's a little wonky right now and I need something that can really support me. Next, sketch more. I don't draw anymore. I was such a drawer. Like I drew all the fucking time. Like all the time, constantly. If I had some downtime, if I wasn't writing a paper, if I wasn't studying, I was drawing. I don't do it anymore. I don't know if editing has turned into my drawing or like creating content and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what that is, but I don't know. Cook more. I've actually been cooking for my family a little bit more, but it's not even once a week. I would like to not like jump to once a week because I enjoy cooking a lot. And when you cook in my house, you don't have to do the dishes. Yeah. Yeah. So I just feel like it's a good way for me to bump my skills up. I can cook. I can cook. My kids are going to be good. Good. My family is going to eat good. My partner is going to eat good. So I'm not worried. But I would like to get my skills up. And then meditate more. I used to meditate. That was something that I used to do, especially in really stressful times. But it's something that it's good to keep up doing, even when it's not extremely stressful. It's a good skill. So now on to my check-in. We made it, people. We've made it out of week 2. So out of the 14 days that I should have been doing morning pages, I did a whopping 4. Yes, embarrassing. Yeah, I've been so tired. I have not been waking up in the morning. And then sometimes they were in the afternoon. So then I'm going to say the theme of them, a lot of them were outside. A lot. Well, I say a lot, but actually, was it 4? 5, 6. Oh, 6, 6, 6. I'll do 6. So, but 4 of them were outside. So I like to write my morning pages the most when I'm outside with Marley because by the time I'm done my 3 pages, it's time to come in the house. You've been outside for a long time because I be really getting down deep into the tea with my journal. So, girl, it's time to come in. So a lot of the talk was me preparing for Bermuda and Beyonce and my hair for my birthday, and how I was kind of stressed on how I was gonna get it all done because I was working a lot. I've said this a million times, I feel like, in this week 2 vlog, but I was working so much I just didn't have the time to do everything. But everything got done. Everything gets done. Yeah, and just I genuinely love that time because it's just it gives me a chance to be present in nature, just hearing the birds chirping. I walk around in my backyard with no shoes on. Like, my grandma used to call me country girl. I'm very true to this. And then lastly, my artist date, which is here. Alright guys, I actually didn't really have an artist date, so this is my artist date. I got myself some Ritas. A nice, like, treat for sure. I'm in between jobs because, well, not in between jobs, but I have a content appointment today. But it worked out that I could get some Ritas, so this is my artist date. And I thought about it as soon as I was walking past. I'm like, dang, I gotta get some Ritas. Mango is the elite's go-to. But I'm gonna go and continue to enjoy my peaceful water ice. I just wanted to show y'all. It's been taking me 2 weeks to do week 2 because I was on vacation. Life's just been busy, but just because I'm not on it as hard doesn't mean I'm done. So I'll definitely be getting the rest of week 2 updated. I got a lot to edit this week for myself and for others. But we're gonna do it because it gotta get done. Bye. My artist date, I actually did it today, funny enough, but I went to Rita's. And it actually was the Rita's that my mom used to take me and my brother to when we were in elementary school, because it was like a few blocks in between our house and our elementary school. And it made me so happy because, well, I was over there for a client booking, so I was already in the area, but it just made me so happy because it just reminded me of how things used to be when me and my brother were kids. My little sister was not born then, and it just would be like, to go to that Rita's was such a treat. And Rita's has my favorite mango water ice. Like, I was very fulfilled. I just was taking in the heat because it was a hot day, and just like remembering all the fun times I had been there with my family. My mom took us there the most, but my dad would take us too. Like, that just was a place I haven't been in a long time because I don't live over that way anymore. And so it was very beautiful. It made me really happy, actually. And then lastly, the only issues I feel like I had this week was just the fact of, like, I needed to prioritize my rest a lot. Exactly. I needed to prioritize my rest a lot more, and I was crashing out a lot more. So it was just a little difficult for me to complete things that I feel like regular me would have completed. But I want to say me doing this book this time around was like a testament to the fact of, like, you're gonna have to do shit even when you don't have time to do shit, and like, it's never gonna be a good time. If I wait for shit to calm down, I'll never get shit done. That completes my week 2. I'll be back. You guys will see my week 3 vlog. I really like doing it in this format, like giving you guys bits and pieces of my week as I'm doing it. I know it was a little bit of a minute since I've given you guys this, and it's only just because I've had a lot going on in life. I do really want to hop on this. We are now into uncharted territory because we're in week 3, and I told y'all how I only have ever gotten as far as week 2. So I'm actually really excited to read pages I haven't read before. And yeah, thank you guys. I love you guys. I really do. Thank you for coming with me on this journey. I'm so excited to keep doing this with you. Like, comment, and subscribe to let me know that you guys like that I do this. Honestly, don't give a fuck because I'm gonna do it anyway. But it would be nice if y'all liked it too. Like, that would be like a bonus. So guys, if you liked what you've seen, like, comment, subscribe, and that's all I got for y'all. Be safe, eat something good, and go touch some grass. See you next time. Bye.